Hi everyone, this is Erica from Gokce Capital, and today we're going to go over an accounting mistake that recently cost us about $9,800. And this is one of our land investing case study videos. So for those of you who are not familiar with us, we started our business back in October 2018. So at the end of that very short year, we had acquired around $22,000 worth of property, and we hadn't sold any of the lots by the end of the year. So we hired an accountant to file our 2018 return. Up until that point, we had done all of our taxes ourselves, but we figured for the return it was important to get professional help. So we interviewed a few firms and we picked a reasonably priced accountant. The one we selected was chosen because she actually had experience working with the IRS, and we figured that would be very helpful. So we filed our 2018 return, and we're very happy with the process. Our accountant actually got us a refund, so everything seemed great. Then fast forward to this year, as we've all done, it was time to file our 2019 return. Now in 2019 we had a much more robust return that needed to be filed. So we'd purchased about 165 properties and sold about 100 of those by the end of the calendar year. And around half were sold with owner financing. So we went back to our previous CPA. Everything seemed fine, but 2 weeks before the deadline, she let us know that she couldn't file our return because she didn't understand how owner financing worked with land. Needless to say, we panicked and rushed to find another firm. And this time we wanted to make sure that we found someone who had previous experience in the land business. And we started out by reaching out to other land investors to see who they were working with. We came up with 3 recommended firms, and we asked them for interviews. One never responded to us, so we ended up doing 2 interviews, and we picked the CPA that seemed the most knowledgeable. Fortunately, this year, again, as we all know, the tax deadline was extended. So our new CPA actually had time to go over the return in detail and was able to complete the return by the new deadline. However, while he was reviewing our return, he pointed out that he'd looked at our last year's return and noticed that it was filed incorrectly. So don't make this mistake. What our original accountant had done was list our unsold inventory in line 42 of Schedule C. And you can see from these 2 screenshots the correct and incorrect Schedule C from our original return and corrected return. So what she did was she just put our unsold inventory in line 42, cost of goods sold. It should have gone in line 41, inventory at end of year. What this meant is that the unsold inventory was registered in our profit and loss statement as COGS, resulting in a higher loss than we had actually realized. And so we got a return or refund that we shouldn't have. Now we did decide to file a correction because we wanted to make sure that everything is done correctly. And of course we had to return the refund, but we also had to pay penalties and interest, which altogether came out to the $9,800 loss that I referred to in the title of this video. So lesson learned. Again, the point here being that unsold properties at the end of the year are a balance sheet item. They do not show up in your profit and loss statement, and they are not registered as cost of goods sold. They are just an inventory item And you will then transfer or register the acquisition cost in your profit and loss statement as COGS when you sell the property, most likely in the following year. So don't make the same mistake. Save yourself the nearly $10,000 loss that we realized. Make sure you hire an accountant who has done returns for other land investors before. But also try to educate yourself a bit. Understand the basics of accounting so that you can double check your returns yourself. It's always better to do your research and proper due diligence and hire the right help than to get in trouble with the IRS. And so that's it for today. Hopefully this was helpful. But if you're not familiar with us, we are Gokce Capital. We buy and sell vacant land, and you can check us out at gokcecapital.com. On our website, you can see all of our properties, as well as our land investing program and our free land giveaway. And as always, don't hesitate to reach out with any comments or questions. So thank you for listening, and more to come.